Very interesting. I want to go to HR now. I mean, you work in human resource. What are some of the biggest, I don't want to call them challenges, like when you meet fresh graduates, what are some of the biggest issues you find with them?
Okay. First of all, so you meet a fresh graduate. It's come for an interview. They don't even know how to sit at the interview. So their hands on the table, they're slouching.
Oh, sorry.
So they're slouching. The basic things, it takes 1 second to make a first impression.
Yeah.
And your panel of interview, whoever is interviewing, is already making the impression about you from the way
you open your mouth.
Before you open your mouth, the way you're dressed, the way you speak, the kind of earrings you wear, kind of makeup you wear, everything. It's all encompassing. So they come in and they're just not prepared for this. They don't know how to dress, how to talk, different things. And as just to say butter on what they said, we also have a graduate finishing school, which we train graduates on how to prepare themselves for the labor market. So we're teaching them skills that they need. So from how to interview, how to dress for interview, the problem-solving skill, decision-making skills, little things like that, and just prepare them. And afterwards, we place them with internship. So it's free. Initially, when we started in 2007, it was paid for, but now we're doing an overhaul of it, and we're making it free for people to come in, get trained, and we place them 3 months. So we can come to your company and say, can you take some of our graduates for 3 months? Now, this also helps them because typically when you find an advert for a position, they'll say X number of years of experience. And I come out of school, I've submitted my CVs everywhere for 1 year. And don't forget, and they put 25 years old cap. And then don't forget the next year, another set of people have come in. So how do you make these people get jobs? So 3 months, they get this job. At least they might retain them, or at least they have some experience that they can take somewhere else.
That's very interesting. So if I wanted to be a part of that, what do I
just
do?
Join our mailing list, www.doheneyservices.com, and our page will be up by next week where you can register, because we also have to do an assessment because it's free, to make sure that you're actually going to be able to get on what we're teaching and we can place you, because there's only you wasting 4 weeks of your time with us and we can't place you.
Is this regardless of sector? It's
regardless of sector.
Anywhere.
Anyway.
Interesting. Are those some of the challenges you also meet when you meet young people?
Certainly. You meet people who, she has highlighted some of those basic issues, and they are just the same across board. But then we, just as I said earlier, we've made preparation for people all over the place, and you can access remotely from wherever you are in Nigeria, even outside Nigeria, Aiki.ng, and you can access everything that prepares you, from writing the CV to performing well at your interviews to preparing for whatever technology skills you need. You can even take diplomas in project management. For example, you'd get a job, and that's what doesn't happen in Nigeria. Most people don't plan ahead for the jobs they're about to apply for. You're about to apply for a job a year time, you should find out what are the things you need to do. So Aiki helps you plan, and Aiki can even show you what skills you must attain. There are accounting diplomas, and when you pick up these things, they just make you totally ready for what you need to do. And thousands of people are currently on Aiki using it, and I hope those listening right now who need jobs would also find time to do that.
We look at the unemployment markets in Nigeria today, and the unemployment levels are crazy. A lot of people are just sitting at home 5, 6, 7 years after graduating, and there's really nothing to do. And you find that one of the biggest problems is the fact that people are waiting, I want to get a job. Do you work with people who want to start up things, regardless? I want to start up a makeup business, or I want to start an IT, whatever it is. Are those kind of people you work with as well?
Okay, I'm female, so I'm from female. I like youth empowerment, but I'm more female empowerment. So I like to encourage people to do certain things, but my own empowerment is more on the career lines. I like young girls to get a job instead of just get something in, and then once you get your feet in, you'll be able to determine this is the career I want to go. You can't keep sitting at home and saying I want to get a job. If they want to pay you 35,000, even if it's just going to get you to and fro, you need to put something on your CV. You need to get some experience. You need to do things. Just get on with it instead of complaining. We're already where we are. We can't change the system. We can't do anything. Just get on with it.
Does Aiki offer anything for entrepreneurs?
Oh yeah, we do. You know, the Aiki project is powered by Microsoft, but implemented through our partners, the Future Project. And also there is this Build Your Business curriculum that Microsoft offers. And we're running trainings all over Nigeria in the next 1 year to position people to also start up their businesses. And if you register on Aiki, you would see very relevant things. I mean, you want to start a business, you need to know about project management, you need to know about bookkeeping, you need to know about some of those things that are also really important for startups. So we have a section for entrepreneurship. And I mean, you just figure it out as soon as you get on Aiki.ng.
What are some of the things there? I mean, I know one of the biggest problems that entrepreneurs talk about is money, capital. You know,
okay,
how do I raise money?
Okay. So there's this course on how to raise money, or how to build, how to get your capital, and bookkeeping, basic financial skills, and
Very
all
important.
of that. And those things are really important.
Yeah,
you find them there.
Great stuff. You mentioned about, you know, you're a woman and you like to help women. You run a company.
Yes.
You started it yourself?
Yes.
Tell us your story.
Okay.
The challenges you went through doing it.
I started my business in 2004.
Okay.
And my first set of my guinea pigs were people who have just graduated from school. A bank was doing their initial IPO, and they're looking for people to sell the IPO, and then if they make a certain target, they will get retained. So I had a lot of friends who had just finished school, so I got them to get the submit your CV, blah, blah, blah. And then it was
And they had faith in you.
They had faith in me. And a few other people, you know, I walk up to their office, this little girl saying, I do recruitment. Okay, we need this. And they gave us, it was tough, but I kept going on it. Then I went to LBS in 2005, and I did an owner management program. And that just opened up my mind to saying, don't run your business like a cowboy, run a proper business. And 10 years later, I'm still here.
Did you have like financial problems or issues or challenges as well?
Of course, there are financial problems.
How did you, I mean, without going into much detail, what were some of the things you had to do?
Till date, I don't have any, no, banks don't give entrepreneurs money. So you have to get money from family, friends, borrow. I have a director. He saw my business. I did recruitment for him, and I said, I was looking to raise capital for my business. I'm looking, and he said, give me your business plan. Because one of the things, I had a friend when I was starting my business, the first thing he told me was write a business plan. It's nothing you're going to tell him, just write a business plan. So I gave it to this guy who believed in me, gave me some funding, and we were able to do certain things. And it's been we've been struggling, but we're there. We still need to do certain things. We're starting an assessment center now, which is something new in the business. And I've just finished a course on assessment. So we're growing every day, keep reading, keep studying, it's tough, but we get cracking.
Good stuff. I just wanted to share that because, I mean, people, it's always nice when people hear, I mean, you humanize something and people will understand that.
I didn't have a rich father.
Your own situation is not necessarily unique to you. People actually have to go through these challenges. Thank you very much for that. There's something that I notice is always a trend in Nigeria when something becomes lucrative, using that word loosely, everybody, you know, dives into that.
That's true.
I know when makeup became the thing, virtually every girl I knew started a makeup business. Entertainment became a thing. Everybody's an artist now. Now, IT is also a thing now. Everybody has a startup. Everybody's trying to start up something because Mark Zuckerberg has this multi-billionaire company. Is it a good thing, if I want to use that word, you know, to follow something that becomes a trend? Or how do you disabuse people's minds to also look at other avenues? Because I find a lot of people get stuck and you spend 5-6 years trying to break through one thing because you think that's what the money is.
Well, I must say that basically what I tell people is that you need to understand yourself and discover yourself, discover your own potential, discover where it's not wrong to say, okay, this is where the money is and I want to go for it. It's not wrong. But if you're not made for that thing, certainly you're definitely going to have issues. I must emphasize that Aiki, for example, and I'm still going to get back to your question, I must emphasize that Aiki.ng is not just about IT jobs or preparing you for IT roles. It's basically cuts across board, so it prepares you for anything. Okay, but if you ask me again how I know that if you are not doing what you're called out for, you'd have challenges. It's because I've done quite a number of things. I've started my business. I've started about 4 businesses. I've done all kinds of stuff. I've run a training firm. I've done a dry cleaning business. I used to have a farm. I'm an author. Okay, so basically in my, while I was much younger, I was trying to understand and find out what I should be doing.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I started non-profit. And I started doing a lot of good stuff for people. And today I'm at Microsoft, I'm the citizenship manager, and basically my role is to do corporate social responsibility. So it took me those number of years to find out what I should be doing. And today I'm where I am now, and I'm doing what I should be doing. So if you're not doing what you should be doing, despite the fact that it's a good thing to do, that's what everybody's doing, you definitely have to crack a lot of nuts.
So when you hit it, you would know?
Yes, you would know. You would know when you hit the right thing you should be doing. You definitely know.
Interesting. Just
Everything feels good.
A final word from both of you. I talked about elections. It's coming. I mean, jobs. We're going to hear a lot of promises, of course, and everything. What are expectations going forward from the government?
Okay, I don't have expectations. My thing is,
Many of us don't, actually.
yes, my take is, we young people, I don't want to use the word youth because it's an overemphasized word in Nigeria. We need to take control of our future. We need to. So I see a lot of young people are trying to get into election, trying to get into politics and everything. Now, if government says I'm going to provide X, Y job, how do we make them accountable? How are we going to make them? So if somebody comes to campaign to you, say, okay, yes, how are you going to provide the job? Tell me how. Tell me if you don't do it, what's the time frame? How do I hold you accountable? So if you come to my constituents and say you want to be a legislator, how do I hold you accountable? So because they promise us and they come 4 years later and they come and do the same thing every time. Yeah. So we need to be able to hold them accountable, and we need to get involved in politics as well as young people to know that we need to lead a change.
Very important. Aiki looks like the future.
Yeah, well, I tell young people, particularly concerning these elections, I tell a lot of young people all the time I have the opportunity to do so, that you need to be aware. You need to be aware of your environment. You need to be conscious of what is happening. Some guy shouldn't just come and make promises that you are sure these are empty promises and you don't have a way, just as you said, to hold that person accountable. So if you're not aware of what democracy should be, if you're not aware of what resources are even available to government to serve you, then there is no how you won't just say, wow, this guy is doing stuff while he's doing nothing.
Yeah.
So while he's just fulfilling his own personal roles without doing anything extra, you just praise him and say, this is the great guy. So young people, you need to be more aware, you need to maximize technology more, and of course, you need to maximize Aiki.ng. I think you should check it out too.
I will. On that very inspirational note, I'll say thank you very much, Olisola and Erefa, for being here today, for enlightening us. Hopefully, we are not as gullible as we always are, and we get to hold them accountable like you have all said. We're going to take a quick break now and be right back. Please join us again.